Good evening, my good sir Bubbles. How are you?
I'm good.
How
Hello,
you doing?
Prezi. Um,
Hello.
welcome to our first episode of our podcast, Two Blocks
Sir.
Down,
2 blocks down.
with Prezi and Bubbles.
Yeah. All right.
So, you want to just get right into it, or do you want to just like kind of?
Yeah. I kind of wanted to start with the first thing. So your Christmas. Did
Okay,
you get
go
how?
ahead.
What kind of good stuff did you get?
Christmas? I
Yeah.
didn't. I
Sir.
didn't get jack shit. I got
Mm,
money, and I got this cool little
yeah.
like instrument called kalimba that goes little plucking
Oh
thing. That's like
yeah,
a
yeah.
marimba, whatever.
Yeah. You were telling me about that. That was
Yeah.
last night. I popped in and you're just like, I got it. Doop, 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 doop.
Is the weirdest thing about this year, or well, last year, so to say, since we're recording this on like
Yeah.
New Year's Day for
Yeah.
2021, was I didn't want anything for Christmas in the past 10 years. All I wanted was like money. Actually, no,
Oh yeah.
let's say it's not like 10 years, maybe like 5 years ish. I just wanted money because I can just buy my own gift, but it didn't feel that special. But now, like ever since quarantine and whatnot, I actually wanted a bunch of things, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
great.
you kind of want to cherish the things that like your family gets you. It's a nice thought when they get you stuff, and that's why I've always kind of had one thing that I kind of want, so to
Yeah.
speak. I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's just like I tell my family, and they tell me like, "What do you want?" And I tell them, and then they say, "Oh yeah, hey, buy this for us," and then there's no like secrecy or anything involved. It's just like, "Oh yeah, you got it, nice," and we just have the whole shebang on
Yeah.
Christmas Day.
I tell people that like I'm not really one for surprises, but then sometimes I feel like I kind of want to get surprised at the very least
Yeah.
so I can have like this expectation. Like normally I don't have expectations for Christmas. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But then I kind of like low key want someone to like kind of hop out and be like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "Ah!" But yeah, I
Yeah, they roll out a giant cake, and you're just kinda like, "Wonder what this could
and they
That is
pop
gonna
out,
be."
and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck!" You like punch the dude that came out of the cake.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that was the surprise. You're learning karate. You've taken your first step, and everyone claps. Uh,
Well, what if like for Christmas, someone like your parents rolled out like a giant ass box and like really
oh,
inconspicuous. It's not even wrapped or anything. What what would you do?
I honestly might just ignore it just to see what happens, just kinda be like,
You
"Box there,
you
okay."
you hear the box shake and you hear like a little groan, like
Fuck.
let me out, Will, let me out.
Gonna wonder, like, are you guys trying to, like, hook me up with someone? Like, come on.
Your mom says, Will,
Stop.
Grandpa's home.
Oh, no.
Will, there's no
Oh,
air holes.
yeah.
Book one for me.
I mean, I did get a big box for Christmas, but it was my desk. That was what was in the box, and I pretty much ordered that myself,
You had your
so
fucking desk in a box. Oh, you had to assemble it, right?
yeah,
I keep
yeah.
thinking desks come in like pre-assembled, and you have to lug it in and fit it into the fucking door frame. Like, who else
No.
can fit that?
My god, this thing's like an L-shaped desk. It would you'd have to, like, take the what do you call it's off the legs and
Yeah.
all that shit. I still have the stupid hex key that it came
Oh,
with. Is it called a
nice.
fucking hex key or an Allen
It
wrench?
it is an hex key. I
Okay.
don't know what an I don't I can't remember what an Allen wrench looks like.
Allen wrench is like the little thing. It's like a little tiny L, and it's sort of like the uh,
I'll look that
like
up.
six.
I'm
Or
not a tool guy. I am a tool though. Yeah, it is
yeah,
an Allen wrench, but then what the hell is a hex key? Is it just like a
same thing.
what the fuck? It's just okay. It's the same thing.
So you
Allen
can just
wrench or
call
hex
it either
key.
or. Okay.
Allen key. It's also an Allen key. Fuck Allen for making multiple names for that. I blame Alan, our friend Alan
Alendy.
specifically.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I got my desk for Christmas. I also, honestly, I mainly got like clothes and coffee. Was the other one and gift cards and stuff. Yeah. My mom gave me it's a I don't know. Can we say the brand? We gonna go with no free ads or
Yeah, no, say the brand. Go ahead.
yeah? Bones Coffee. Bones Coffee.
Bones
I got like a
Coffee.
and I had already gotten some stuff from
Bones
them
Coffee, sponsor us,
because
please. It is our
right
first
when
episode.
yeah
Joking.
right when COVID trademark first happened, we were going to go and see it was Roger Waters, who's the bassist for Pink Floyd. We were gonna see him for the second time.
Oh
And
shit!
obviously, COVID kind of canceled that because it was in July. So my mom's
Wow,
like, "Here, I got you a consolation present," and it was a giant variety pack of coffee.
that's
Like
sad.
I'm probably the only person who would
Oh, that's good.
enjoy coffee
I meant
more
that
than a
that's sad on the
concert.
Pink Floyd concert, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool. You got coffee.
I saw him before once too. Amazing show, by the way. Oh my god, he was awesome. I was really hyped for this July, but things
I
happened.
I was hyped for the summer also. I was going to travel
Yeah,
around like the country, going to different anime conventions to sell art for my favorite artists.
yeah,
Shout out to Boomslang. Go to boomslang.com. Please sponsor
yeah.
us. No, yeah, that was I know the guy who's like the main artist for Boomslang. Well, he's the only artist, but he runs the website, he owns the brand, and
Cool.
he's pretty well known in North Carolina where I
Yeah,
live.
very
Um
cool.
yeah, I was supposed to go around
Oh,
selling art for him as like our like the one like art dealer kind of dude. But
yeah.
yeah, the COVID happened and it got canceled, and I'm just really bummed out because of it. That
I
would
was
have been my
actually gonna
big
start.
break.
Yeah, I was actually gonna start saving up, go to like lands and stuff for Brawlhalla when I was back before I was like, fucking try hard at that game. It's actually gonna go. Um, but then COVID happened
Yeah, COVID
and
fucking
you
sucks.
know
2020 fucking sucked. Speaking of 2020, it sucked.
oh yeah, fucking sucked, dude.
what
Um
what happened in 2020? It was like first off in January there was the bushfires in Australia. Then
yeah,
California
Australian
got a fucking bushfire because of a baby like shower, I think.
yeah, it was the
Oh
no, it
my
was a
god.
gender reveal party. Like they fucking
Oh
you
my
know
god. Fireworks in California don't sound like a good idea.
yeah, it was like a fucking gender reveal party and then they set the goddamn forest on fire.
Jesus fucking
We
Christ.
had Kobe Bryant die. That was that man.
Oh, that sucked. World
Oh
War
yeah.
Three almost happened because something with Iran being like there's
Yeah.
tensions between the Middle Eastern nations. Of
No, it
course.
was we the US kind of like killed one of their top generals just for
Oh, during
some
the
reason.
drone strike, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they killed him because he's a bad guy. At least that's what they said.
The
He
second
was, he
coming of
was,
Benghazi. No.
he was a bad guy, but like, that's how World War Three almost happened.
Yeah, man. I mean,
We
what
ba-
happened if you got
uh,
enlisted? I don't think I would have gotten. I think I
I
would
would
actually. Shit.
either I would either break my own leg not to go in, or I would claim uh mental health reasons.
I would too. No, like what if the military had an all inclusiveness like pact or whatever, like a
Oh
policy
my god,
where they're like, all right, no, we give equal opportunity to every single one for the draft, all right, even cripples, even like mentally handicapped
dude,
people.
we'd have kids in the military. They'd be like, "Yeah, watch me 360 no scope this Iranian guy." Fucking jump off the building and break his legs because this is an Apex. Like there's
Oh my
fall damage,
god,
buddy.
fucking
Uh,
hell. All right,
yeah.
yeah, you can do Fortnite dances after you kill your first
Gonna
enemy
fucking.
combatant.
Oh my god. Ugh.
I can
Yeah,
imagine. I would do that too. I'm not gonna lie, just to keep me sane while in the military. I wouldn't last like maybe like a month, I think. How long would you think you
I
would last if you were like in
I
the military?
I'd probably get through basic training only because like I can like handle my own in exercises
Physical
essentially,
prowess, but
and
not mental, probably.
yeah, once I start getting like tired and I stop thinking, it's just gonna be like, yeah, do this shit and run like a fucking 20K.
You
There
get
you go.
extremely exhausted and you hear your fucking drill sergeant say, "Press Z to prone." I'm like, "What? What? Huh?
Yeah, and then I'd like, get into actual combat and I'd like shoot at someone and miss and be like, God damn it,
It's
this
like,
fucking
bro, give
lag.
me a better stock. Where's my
Yeah.
barrel stabilizer?
Yeah, where's my barrel stabilizer at? Do I actually have to aim? Ugh.
Yeah, God, I'm just like you telling your fellow like soldier, like, guys, I gotta turn down my sensitivity.
Yeah, I gotta turn down my sensitivity real quick.
Yo, you
It's
got
not
mouse
set right.
acceleration
Damn
on? The fuck do you
it.
mean, soldier? And then he gets domed in the head. And you're just like,
Oh my
oh
god.
fuck, I'll respawn you in a
Yeah,
second.
like, yeah. What else happened beside COVID? Like, I
Um,
just remember COVID, and fucking,
the Floyd protests happened.
Oh, yeah!
The little protests that became
Dude,
out of whack because
dude.
people took advantage of it and broke
I
shit.
There was this kid in another Discord who was just, oh my god, he was like the fucking embodiment of, like, this ROTC fucking bootlicker, oh my god.
He's a boot.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
He was talking about like, "Bro, why are these protesters complaining? It's not that bad to get hit by a 40 Mike round." And this is how I know he's a fucking cringe lord, because he's saying Mike instead of like millimeter or Like, we can read it, dude.
Bro, you don't even know, bro. I was
Dude,
in basic for 2 weeks,
yeah.
bro. I got my
He's
patches. Look. I play Airsoft. All right, I have
I
my
play Airsoft, bro. I
I
play
play
Airsoft,
Airsoft,
like,
bro. Kind of type of kid that brings
yeah.
full on military gear from the surplus store to like a fucking Airsoft game because he's ready to go. Then he
Yeah, his
gets like
parents, like,
outed immediately.
yeah, his parents are, like, fucking rich, so they buy him, like, all the fucking CO2 guns, and there's just the kid with his spring gun that's like, "I'm gonna have so much fun," and all his buddies, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna get pizza after this," and then you just, like, you hear, like, fucking JoJo music start going, and there's just this kid with the fucking full riot gear coming on, like, "We're playing for keeps,
He's the
guys."
raid boss. Fuck
Yeah, he's the
it's
fucking raid boss. Like,
Do you think
yeah.
the
Oh my
kid? Do you
god.
think that kid from the other Discord goes to GameStop and asks for veteran discounts?
Probably. Like, oh my god.
Step aside, citizen. He calls someone a
The
citizen.
the thing that made it worse was, like, I drank a little too much, and I just went to bed, and I was, like, still tipsy when I went to bed, so I was in my bed arguing with this kid because he at messaged me about the fucking protests or some shit, and I'm,
What?
like, in my bed, the room's fucking spinning, and I'm like, "I gotta fucking own this kid."
Your bed starts shaking. You start floating in the air.
Yeah, I gotta own this kid.
I'm gonna destroy this kid. Facts and logic.
Yeah, I mean, at least sports were able to somewhat continue.
Do you think
Like,
sports should have continued despite like warnings or no?
honestly, I honestly feel that the only league that really did it right was the NHL. Not because, I mainly watch the NHL and that's like my bias showing. They literally did it right. No fans, bubble playoffs, no confirmed cases the entire time.
Saran wrap all the players
Yeah,
in the
the
game.
the only confirmed case in the NHL, I think, was afterwards, and it was Connor McDavid. Like, and he was fine because he's a fucking beefy hockey player from Edmonton. Like, they did
Yeah.
it right. They did it right. They were able to finish off the playoffs. They were able to award the Stanley Cup. They did it right. And, the MLB and the NBA were also able to, but
Yeah.
they were, dude, what was that guy's name? Hold on, I gotta look that guy up.
What about the like the NFL? They fucked up.
Nah,
How many cases did they have with
oh my
that?
god, the NFL
Over
too.
30? Maybe even more.
Yeah, like the Justin Turner on the LA Dodgers had COVID in the World Series
Fucking kidding me?
and was out there with his team hugging people and shit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it, you're excited, but you literally have a highly infectious disease, you idiot. Like,
Nothing like some skin ship to boost team morale.
yeah, really.
You say NHL would do it, but you know what did it even better?
Hmm.
Esports.
Oh yeah, because they can just do shit online. Like,
E.
I mean, I don't
I'm
think the NHL, I don't think they wouldn't survive the bubble again because the players hear the word bubble now and they're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, not again." Because, like, the first round, they all had it rough because they had to quarantine. They had basically had to be away from their family and their friends for all that time. But think about how the Tampa Bay Lightning and Dallas Stars felt. They were in that fucking bubble for months and months.
big old
Weren't really able to
bubble.
see their families, weren't really able to get out much. Like,
You're
and
here
they
to
still played.
entertain the masses.
Yeah,
You
they still played.
doso.
do their best for one of the oldest trophies in sports.
Wait a minute, this wasn't in the contract? Too bad. We've changed the terms and notice.
I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it to
You
be
clicked
further.
the checkbox before making the account. You have
Yeah,
forfeited your rights. That's so
yeah,
funny. Speaking of like fucked up like esport or like sports events in general, but then the transitioning over to esports because I mentioned it prior.
yeah,
Fucking Evo was supposed to happen, but it got
yeah,
canceled. And
yeah.
like it because the CEO was a wasn't he like a kitty diddler or something?
That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't
Like,
I
oh
don't
my god,
remember.
the shit was smashed. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then like with
Oh,
Smash Bros, fucking Nintendo ceased and desisted a melee tournament
yeah,
because they
yeah.
like they didn't they instead of using like actual melee copies, physical
It
copies,
was
they were trying to do emulators,
well,
and it didn't work.
it was an emulator called Slippy that had, I believe it was actually better netcode than Ultimate for Melee.
That's
Like, it
so dumb. Oh,
here's the
like better
thing
netcode
too.
than Dolphin?
Yeah, distributing ROMs is illegal.
Yeah,
Having ROMs is not. That is not illegal. To own ROMs on your computer is not illegal.
I
It's
don't
just
think
distributing it.
I don't think Nintendo cared. They just do whatever they
They
want. That's like
yeah,
one of
they
the they're
because they saw
yeah.
that something that they're not even making money off Melee anymore. Like, the only people making money off of Melee are, like, yard sale people and GameStop from selling, like, the 10,000th used copy in a day, like,
Yeah. I don't know what Nintendo's smoking, but they like as much as people are praising them and like how like they're the top 10 most sold stuff in Amazon, most sold games on Amazon,
yeah,
Nintendo games, they're a pretty trash company in terms of like
yeah.
how they manage things. Because they've taken down so many like of their soundtracks on YouTube because of like I don't know, just DMCA abusing and
Oh, yeah.
like they just do a lot of cease and desist on fan games because they think that like they can make their own IPs and like kind of like perfect their own games when Pokemon in themselves has been just a copy and paste for the past 10 fucking years.
Yeah, like, come on, haven't you played Game Dev Tycoon? Like, when you say, like, "Oh, yeah, they can make fan games, you get a bunch of fans, it helps you." Like, that's unrelated joke.
Yeah.
At the same time, yeah,
But who
last year,
cares? Who cares
yeah,
about this Nintendo nonsense and the DMCA?
that shit
Because you know
sucked.
what? I'm playing Animal Crossing and I don't hear anything. All right, Nintendo's my
Yeah,
best. Is my favorite company. Make good games. My Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
hey,
it's
if the
like
people are happy, then keep doing what you're doing. I guess. Turn a blind
it's
eye.
wacky.
Yeah, some good gaming
2020,
companies.
man, it and I'm expecting in the next 2 weeks, oh my god, we're gonna go into even more restrictions, like,
No way. Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't know. What would you think would change after the quarantine once everyone gets the vaccine? Actually, almost everyone gets the vaccine.
oh, nothing.
Nothing changes. Just no standards, no nothing. Just
No, because we're so willing to get back to normal, quote unquote,
yeah, we'll just
that,
forget about 2020. Like we
yeah,
shouldn't forget it, but we should remember what happened so that we don't
yeah,
make that same mistake. But you know what? Some people just do not care and they're just gonna do it again. So
yeah. When I went to the ER after, I told you the story, my dog bit me because we were playing.
yeah.
He got a little too rambunctious. The doctor there, guy who checked me out, he has the vaccine, at least the first. So I was
Whoa.
like, because like it's on the lower part of my chin, and I'm like laying on the examination table, trying to hold my mask up enough that he can see it, but not putting it up enough that it'll like expose my face. Out of respect. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna take it off because respect. He's like, it's all right, man. I got the vaccine part of it. It's
I've been
like,
vaccinated. Cough in my mouth. Sneeze in my face.
yeah,
Can I
it's
get
it's
can I get a
good.
little
It's
fart,
great.
please?
It's great that like the doctors are getting it first. Like, I'm not gonna get it until it's like confirmed out for the public,
Nah, man,
and
you can
that
spit
like
in my
there's
mouth.
me.
It's all cool. It's all cool. It's all
Yeah,
chill.
yeah, just spit in my mouth. It's not like you just got bitten by a dog and you could have bacteria
Yeah.
or anything. Like, oh man, like.
That's great that we're getting
Uh,
vaccines in though.
yeah,
I mean, I know of that like it's not like it's like the loud minority of people are
yeah.
not going to get the vaccine. They're going to be the troublemakers, and of course Darwinism will probably take over on them.
It's
And if they
honestly
survive it, they're
fine.
going to emphasize the fact
Yeah,
that they God let them live or some shit.
yeah. It's fine if a minority of people, like those crazy, wacky, fucking white trash, don't get it. Because the more people that get it, the less chance that it's gonna spread. You know, it's kind of how like fucking polio and whatever else, like the measles, mumps. You know, that's kind of how it's down at a minimum because no one gets it because everyone gets the vaccinations when they're young. I mean, except for a few people.
How do you get polio and how is it transferred?
Polio was originally transferred, I think, like dirty toilets and stuff, like drinking poo water and shit.
Damn,
Yeah.
I might have polio then, Will. Fuck. I'm just
I
joking.
mean, you're you're probably not walking around like FDR, so you're probably fine.
Fuck, you're right.
Like,
I'm walking around like William Taft for how much I ate during COVID.
damn. Tiny little topic change, like from 2020. Do you know how much trouble FDR went through to make it seem like he could walk?
Yeah, man.
Like, holy shit.
This
He was in a
man is like,
wheelchair.
yeah.
Like, he couldn't walk, but he still made a point to try and walk and make it seem like he wanted to walk because,
Who was the president before FDR?
it was
FDR.
Coolidge?
Calvin Coolidge,
Coolidge.
really?
Was it?
Franklin D. Roosevelt. He had polio because of the fact he drank poo water. Poo
Yeah,
water in the White
I think
House.
it's like contaminated
Herbert
water.
Hoover. I fucking
Herbert Hoover.
my man that started the prohibition, Herbert Hoover,
Yeah.
and built the dam because he wanted to keep all that alcohol in the fucking dam.
He also invented vacuum cleaners too.
You know, Herbert Hoover, more like
Yeah.
Herbert Coomer.
Don't only British people call it like a Hoover? Like just in general? Like it's,
What? A
like a
vacuum
bandage is a
cleaner?
band-aid. Like a bandage we could call band-aids because it's like the
Brand name.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
always like, "Oh, I need to get the Hoover. I left a little bit of dirt on my bonnet."
Oh, really? I call it the Sucky
Like,
Sucky 5000.
yeah, that's what it does.
Oh,
Like,
oopsies. I spilled a little bit of chalky milk on the floor. Time to get the Sucky Sucky 5000 to get
sucky sucky 5,000. You're gonna start marketing that as an actual vacuum cleaner brand, and you're gonna have a bunch of like the weird
It's gonna be the
like
next
stuff on it.
Kleenex. It's gonna be like no one calls it a fucking vacuum anymore. It's just a sucky
Yeah,
sucky.
the year 2100. I gotta get the sucky sucky 500 out. The word vacuum cleaner has been lost.
Oh my god.
Like Jesus.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, it was FDR, right?
yeah,
He looks cool when he was in his wheelchair. Right?
yeah,
Imagine it. Cripples are cool. Put that on a
yeah,
shirt.
man. Like,
Our first merchandise, cripples are cool. It's just on a shirt.
can we get Ricky Berwick on? Talk to him. Like,
It's just it's not even like a picture of him because then it would probably be non-consensual and we have to pay him for it. It's just gonna be like a
yeah,
caricature of him, but then it's just gonna be an accurate drawing of him. Oh, that's fucked up. I'm sorry. Fucking hell.
oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Here's a transition total 180. You ever heard of the Sierra Sounds?
Sierra Sounds?
Yeah. This is part of my
Is it
my
like you
little
crack it
list.
open a Sierra mist and you just hear
No,
the crack like can hiss? Oh,
no. It was a sound recording made by a man, Ron
Sierra
Moorhead,
117. All
Ron
right.
Moorhead, and Al Berry.
Okay.
And the basic story goes that this group of guys went up into the Sierra Mountains in this really nice hunting trip, and it was a nice secluded area, right? Like it was perfect,
Yeah.
pristine. The first night that they were there, they started hearing like these whoop 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 noises,
Yeah, like a fucking
and
gibbon monkey.
yeah, no, it's Bigfoot. Like it's a Bigfoot,
Oh shit! It's a
and
Bigfoot thing.
yeah,
Oh,
that's why there were two of them, and they were
Yeah.
outside the camp, like running around, like shuffling, going whoop whoop, and all that stuff, and tossing rocks. Eventually, these Bigfoot. And I'm not really a big believer. Like, I was just looking at this, kind of like, this is interesting. Let's see what this is. This caught me. The creatures started mimicking human speech.
What?
Not well. They were just going like, "Ooh, wah, yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah," and
Monkeys
doing that.
entering humanity.
So
No.
these fucking dudes were camping out in their shelter, like shitting their pants, like, what the hell is happening? Like, they booked it the day after. So this guy Ron Moorhead and his buddy Al Barry, they were both there. They decided to go back a year later with
Oh, okay.
recording equipment, and they capture like this mimicry of language. And this is what I found most interesting. There was a comment on the video from someone who speaks Mandarin Chinese, and
Okay.
just listen to me, on
Alright,
this.
yeah, yeah.
There's a point where he says it sounds like it's saying like "ni hao," whoa, and like sounding like it's mimicking like
It's
Chinese language.
oh my god.
Now here's where I'm making the connections. Um, a lot of people went to California for the gold rush, including a lot of like Japanese and Chinese people, because they want to strike it rich.
Yes.
My thought maybe is that these creatures in this recording, if they're real, by the way, if they're real, they're taking the thousands of years of like Native American and that little bit of like Asian language that they've heard and English that they've heard through the years, and using that because they think, oh yeah, all these humans speak it. We can use this to lure them out. Kind of like how we go like meow meow when we see a cat, or like woof woof when we're mimicking a dog.
Oh my god, they're looking for a lingua franca to communicate with us. Fuck me. These
Yeah,
things are evolving. It's
yeah, it's
monkey.
yeah. Return to a monkey.
No, they're returning back to humanity. That's the wrong choice. Go back. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's really wild. Actually,
I'll send you the recording quick
yeah.
so you can listen to it
I'll
later.
listen to
Like,
it in a second. Yeah.
it's wacky because
Fucking. Do you believe in Sasquatch? Like, do you actually
not
genuinely?
really,
Yeah, I was gonna say like
not really.
I've watched
I
documentaries on like Nat
Yeah,
Geo before. I'm just like, whoa. Then I'm just
dude,
like, uh, yeah.
I love finding Bigfoot because it's just so weird.
They spend so much money per year to
I
actually
know.
try to find this fucking dude, and he never like come up with
But
it.
I love it. I don't know why. I don't believe in it, and it's one thing. It's one thing that I've wanted to do is like go out into the woods with a bunch of people one day and just like fucking try to find Bigfoot. Because I don't believe in it, but hey, if I find the evidence that says so, you know?
Oh, I got this message from my friend. Speaking of okay, sorry. I'm gonna
Yeah,
read back to one of our older topics. Then I'm gonna bounce back to this.
yeah,
Um, Nintendo apparently doubled down on a lawsuit. You know that like Tokyo tourism thing with the Mario Kart experience, where you drive around in Mario Kart around Tokyo.
yeah, yeah.
Nintendo smacked down on them and said to stop that because it was not
Huh.
officially licensed by Nintendo. Dude, they're taking away the fun out of everything.
Oh
SMH.
my god.
Just relabel it to something else, like
Wow.
Crash Bandicoot fucking
Yeah.
yeah. Alright. Sorry. I just got a text from my friend. That was like speak of the devil moment with our topic. Okay, back to Sasquatch and whatnot. The little squatch.
Yeah,
Um
but it's
Will,
just the stuff that I find interesting is like some of the evidence that we have that we just kind of like can't explain. And
the
it's
little
just sort of like a
footprints and the handprints.
ah, what about this? What do we do about this?
The piece of shit smeared on the
Yeah,
tree bark. Yes.
because Mr. Moorhead and Mr. Barry, they took the audio to like a fucking, what do you call it, like an audio expert, and they said that it couldn't have been put in there or anything like after the fact. Like, that's what they say. I have no idea. It sounds very human like, which honestly, if we're talking about it in terms of believing in Bigfoot, it's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
It's Bigfoot thinking like, "Oh yeah, I'm a person. Come over here." But, you know, Who knows? That's why I honestly want a lot more people, as cringy as these, like, "Oh, Bigfooting," "squatching" is what they call it, it's kinda cringy, but at the same time, I really want them to ramp it up just to see what happens, I'm just curious like that.
We need more idiot believers. I
Yeah.
want more UFO fake videos of UFOs and whatnot. A hillbilly in the background saying, "Did you see that, Daryl? Them lights up in the sky."
A dragon! I saw a dragon! What is it now, mother?
It's stupid. Well, what if you were camping one night, in like I don't know the Appalachians, and you're in your little tent, you get it from
Yeah.
REI, and you're just like you hear shuffling, and then you see a shadow outside your tent, and you're just like, oh fuck. Then the zipper for the entrance of the tent like zips down and opens up is just this fucking fat rotund like Sasquatch, and he crawls into the tent and sits right next to you and he says, "I'm cold. What do you do?"
I mean, if it said to me in, like, human speech, like, "I'm cold," and I'm be like,
No, it's like me
"Okay."
cold.
I'd probably just go with it, just be like, "Alright, bud. Alright, bud.
I call the
Just don't kill
cops.
me."
It's just a fucking fat hairy man coming into my tent. You don't even know if it's
Yeah.
Sasquatch or not. It's just some fat fucking dude that's
That's
naked.
true, yeah, like,
No, he's
truth be
actually
told.
it's legitimately Sasquatch. He's covered
Yeah,
in hair, head to toe. He has big old feet. He stinks like a
yeah.
Sasquatch.
Truth be told, I'm not really a big fan of camping.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I'm just kinda like, eh.
you're a
I'd be
city boy.
fine with it. I'd be fine with it. It would just be one of those things where it's like, "Yay, we're out in the woods. Let's go walk around the whole day. Haha,"
There's two types of campers. Okay, there's the upper crust campers that live in their RVs or their cabins. Then
Yeah,
there's the rugged campers that live in their tents or even legitimately sleep on the cold ground in
yeah.
the wilderness.
Oh, like, you have to bring a tent. Like, that's just the
Yeah,
way to go, man.
have you seen those videos of the guys that like build shelters out of scratch in the wilderness
Oh,
out of nothing?
yeah, like, the bushcraft guys. The guys are cool. I
They're
like that.
so fucking
Yeah.
weird. Those are the people that'll survive, like outlive all of us when it comes to like the apocalypse because you can just live off the land
Yeah, pretty
directly.
much. They're gonna be the ones that we flock towards.
Yeah, they
The
take a
people
take
that
a
have
stick on the ground and magically turns into a fucking gun, like Minecraft. I'm like, oh fuck, how'd you do that? You should have
I'm
watched my
one with
YouTube
nature.
videos. No.
Yeah, I'm one with nature.
I'm one with nature, and also you should have watched my YouTube video.
I am.
I don't explain it there, but I silently show you how I made
Yeah,
it.
yeah, pretty much.
How to
Yeah,
make gunpowder from the wild is one of the next videos
yeah,
I predict.
yeah. Camping's one of those things that if like a bunch of people asked me to go camping, like tents and shit, I'd probably do it. But like alone, not really. I'd go crazy.
I'd be scared shitless, man, if I wanted to do it alone.
Yeah,
Honestly, it would be better if I don't. Okay, the thing is, I like to try two types of camping. One is like autumn camping when it's a lot cooler in the mountains, probably.
yeah,
Not in a very wooded area. Maybe in a clearing where a common place with a bunch of campers would be. I think that'd be more
yeah.
homely. Then the second type would be island camping. I want to kind of live
Oh,
on an island just for a second.
that
Um,
I could do.
yeah.
That I'd be fine
The
with.
only
Like,
issue is that I do not like the beach as much as
yeah.
the mountains. So because like I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
Okay, Anakin.
Legitimately.
Anakin Skywalker.
That's why I killed kids.
That's why I killed the Tusken Raiders. They killed my mom.
And then I
Yeah.
killed their moms and their children and then the men too.
Like I've gone camping before. Like my parents used to do four-wheeling,
Oh.
and I used to go with them when I was really young. That was like at the tail end of doing that because hey, you have a kid, kind of puts your life on a chain, Sag.
You
Um,
hit a ditch and you literally fall off the fucking four-wheeler.
yeah, but I have memories of like going four-wheeling, camping out. Like it was fun. Like that's where I would have fun camping, like with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I think I went winter camping one time too. Like my dad, my mom used to do winter camping with a bunch of their friends, where dead of winter, go out, camp. Basically, the name describes the activity, winter camping.
I would love to go
So
camping in the snow, but I feel like I would die.
yeah,
Like, have you heard of that? Speaking of like mysteries in camping and Sasquatch and
yeah.
whatnot, have you heard of the fucking? I don't remember the case for it, but it was like the Siberian like camping trip case where like 12
Oh,
campers or whatever got
Dyatlov
lost.
Pass.
Yes, that freaked me
Yeah,
the fuck out because one, they all died like clothless, naked, or
yeah,
maybe like with less layers than you're supposed to going outside,
yeah,
and in a mysterious pattern too.
yeah. And like the whole thing is like either did they kill themselves? Did they kill each other? Did Bigfoot do it? Did aliens do it? Did like the fucking KGB just come in and be like, fucking, you can't live and kill her or something? Like
I
I've
think,
heard about, yeah.
yeah, I think it was
But
because they wanted to do a Minecraft speed run, and they had a terrible spawn in the taiga, and so they couldn't find a village in time.
uh this is a good segue. Good segue. Yeah, speedrunning.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Not even just Minecraft speedrunning, but like speedrunning in general, I think is gaining a lot of popularity.
And a lot of
Awesome.
toxicity also. I feel like it gets a lot of
Oh my god.
toxicity. Or I mean
Do
even
you
prior.
yeah, do you want to talk about the dream thing?
I mean, go ahead. I know less probably than
Yeah,
you on this subject because I know that
because
Dream was accused of cheating. Then he tried to refute that accusation by the
yeah,
moderators of the speedrunning website. Then he dug himself like a bigger hole or some shit.
I've watched 3 videos of it that have helped me form my opinion. I
Yeah.
watched the first one, which was the original video talking about, the 1 in 7.5 trillion chances of Dream to get those trades and the Blazed Rod drops. I watched Dream's response, and then Carl Jobst yesterday released his own video. You know who Carl Jobst is, right? The cool Australian speedrun master.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his analysis, and his verdict was actually that the math, because he did his own math. He did actual simulations instead of probability.
Mhm.
And all of the simulations that he did, millions of simulations, probably billions, they all showed that Dream's luck was a lot higher than the simulations. Like there was this giant collection of data of all the billions of possibilities that he had.
Holy
And then there
fuck.
were there were dreams just kind of like up there. So the man has spoken. The man has spoken, and I honestly think Dream cheated. I
What
thought he cheated
What is the
long
point
before.
of like actually calling him out on this? Is it because he like people are jealous of his fame, or he just had unrequited fame that wasn't deserved?
I The whole catalyst of it was another Minecraft speedrunner was watching one of Dream's runs on
Uh-huh.
Twitch and realized like, holy shit, dude, like your trades are crazy. You're getting a shit ton of blaze rod drops. Like, how the fuck are you doing this? So he went through all the 6 live streams that Dream did and crunched the numbers in a basic format and said like, yo, this shit's kind of like weird looking. Like this looks a little weird, you
Do
know?
people actively do that just to call each other out, or is it? Well, I mean, I think in the sport of speedrunning, I think it's appropriate because it would be the same thing
It
as like
is.
sports in general, where like the coach would call out like a foul. Like I
Yeah.
guess this is like counted as that.
Yeah. And it's like I didn't even realize until I watched Carl Jobst's video. Dream was on world record pace in one of the runs. He was on a world record pace in one of those runs. The only reason he didn't get it was because he didn't have enough Eyes of Ender. He didn't have enough blaze rods because he was assuming like a 2 eye, and he got like a
Bruh,
no eye or a 1 eye.
bruh.
He was on world record pace. Like cheaters don't cheat to get better times. They cheat for the possibility of better times was what Carl said.
That's
And I
crazy.
agree with that. Like All of Dream's other runs, I don't think they were cheated because they were on like 1.14, 1.15. Not as much luck is required in because the only reason 1.16 is different is because it added the whole new mechanic with piglin trades, whereas other versions it was pretty clear cut. Like 1.7.2, you had to like hunt in the desert for Enderman.
Yeah.
Um, Points onward, where villager trading got a little more complicated, you need a Fletcher and a cleric so that you can trade sticks for emeralds. Get the cleric up to the point where you can buy ender pearls, and
Hmm.
then just buy the ender pearls, and it's like super quick. Like that's. But then piglins came out, and people are thinking like, if you can get really lucky, you could have like a sub 20 run. And let me just pull up
Jesus
speedrun.com real
Christ, a
quick.
sub 20 run? Is that even
Yeah,
possible? They've done that
yeah.
before?
1.16 random seed. The current world record is by a guy Kuraway, and in-game time is 14 minutes 36 seconds.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Oh. And yeah, I I honestly do think Dream cheated because the math isn't impossible. It's just improbable.
You think he sleeps well at night knowing that he manipulated the game files just to get that little slice
Probably.
of fucking serotonin in his body for every
Probably.
single time
I
he does
mean, I don't know.
it?
Billy Mitchell is able to sleep well. Like, you know.
Fucking hell. Do you think the meta for speedrunning, well, okay, do you think the meta for piglin trading will change based on the Caves and Clips update or
Oh, for
no?
sure. For
Really?
sure. Yeah, because like if they're actually increasing the world height, that means there's going to be a lot more depth in the world. I
So
really think
also in
that
the
people
Nether would
are
have more depth also?
not necessarily the Nether, but I'm thinking that because the way the world gen is going to change so much, they're going to do something with strongholds. They might even do something with the Nether. They might like even touch Piglin trade because they might think like, oh yeah, we got to change this for whatever dumb reason.
Do you think
I
that strongholds would come out in City Overworld or no?
No, I don't think that would. Eh, if
That
they
because they didn't
did,
reveal the whole entire Caves and Clips update completely.
yeah,
It might be a little twist. Or it could be a different type of stronghold in the caves that would
yeah.
still have the same types of drops, or maybe not at all.
I'm thinking that with the new Caves and Cliffs update, they might change ore spawns. They might make iron spawn a little lower, which would mean you'd have to go diving in caves a little deeper. They might change the depth at which strongholds spawn. You might start seeing strongholds spawn way down towards bedrock or even just a little bit more.
Hmm.
I don't know. You know, we'll just have to see.
Yeah. Would the Guardian be part of the speedrunner? No. I mean, there would
What?
probably be a different
Like
split where it's like beating the Guardian speedrun instead of the dragon. That could probably be one of the goals for a speedrun.
it might. It's not really like a boss technically in terms of like the ocean monument,
Wait, is it a
but
mob?
it's a mob.
Oh
The
fuck!
ocean monument guardian, yeah,
I mean,
or the elder
not,
guardian.
not
Elder guardian is what it's called.
in the caves. The no, not
Oh,
the
the
not the Guardian.
warden. You're talking about the
Sorry,
warden.
I just got it
Yeah,
confused. The Warden. The Warden's a boss, right?
yeah.
Or is he a
I
mob?
I think it's either a mob. I don't know. I think it's a mob.
That'd be the
It's
scariest fucking mob I've ever
it
seen. Then
is. Yeah, like
would
shit's
that?
turning crazy.
Yeah, would that be a speedrunning different thing in itself for Minecraft?
It could be because there's all kinds of like different
Because he's hard to beat compared to the
subcats.
dragon. The dragon's easy to beat with beds. This guy, you
Yeah.
need to whack at him, and we have
Oh
like
my
full
god,
armor.
you can one cycle the Ender Dragon. All you need to do is get really far away. Well, get up on top of one of the obsidian pillars, pillar up, wait for the dragon to start perching, Ender Pearl over, and then basically the way it works is once the dragon perches, a certain amount of damage is done, and then it flies away. But you can mess with that. You can mess with that a little bit. You basically put a bed down right before the dragon is about to perch, detonate the bed, and the dragon is bounced back a little bit because explosions deal knockback damage, so it's bounced back. And that's why you see a lot of speedrunners doing that, where they place the bed, detonate it, place the bed, detonate it. Because you
Oh,
can just one cycle the dragon and it's like done in a minute.
yeah. The dragon's not even a challenge. It's just a thing in the way.
Yeah.
So like I think it would be more interesting to see like people trying to beat the warden in
Yeah,
speedruns. I think I'm more interested in that because I've seen so many speedruns already, like of people doing the same thing. At least it's interesting for what they do because it's always random every time. But when it gets to the point of the dragon, it's always just the same thing over and over again. Because you can't really get creative with beating the dragon other than unless you ran out of beds and you get to
yeah.
fucking pot shot him or something with an axe or a bow or
I
whatever.
mean, that's just random seed, like set seed. I think set seed is a lot more. Um, it's a lot more like actual speed runs of like linear games because it's all about like improving the time of another person and finding new strategies. Whereas random seed is you get down your muscle memory, you get down a bunch of other things, and there you go.
Yeah.
You can beat the game as long as you get good RNG. But the world record for set seed, um, 2 minutes 21 seconds.
Damn. What? What?
I know.
How? What
two
cuts that
minutes
time so significantly?
because there's probably like crazy spawns somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to watch the video, but
Yeah, you'd imagine someone out there actually doing a
yeah,
Minecraft speedrun and then forgets to like record it and it's probably sub 10.
yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I like to believe
Like
that somewhere out there.
the set seed any percent record, which is glitchless. Well, glitchless is one category. I was reading from glitchless. Any percent is with glitches. The world record is 1 minute and 55 seconds in game time.
What?
Yeah,
With
that's how they time it.
glitchless? God,
Huh? Yeah,
glitchless?
glitched.
Jesus.
So the guy probably used glitches to like get a bunch of shit. Like the way that they measure it is in-game time because depending on your hardware, it might take you longer to load into the Nether and load into the end and do certain things.
Yeah.
So that's how they can get these crazy runs. They just do something and like in a minute, boom, you're in the Nether, and boom, you're in the end, and boom, the dragon's dead.
At what point do you think you should just like they should just stop running a specific like speed? Like would it be like the sub 30 seconds and then you stop because you can't physically do it anymore?
I think people are gonna try and run it just to get times because dude, there are like games that people are finding things out decades after their
Oh
release.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
they're crazy dedicated. You could have like a 10-year long record. I think there was one in Doom that it stood for like 10 years. And then some dude just came out and like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this, and he beat it. And
Yeah.
like the whole speedrun community was like, what the fuck, dude? Holy
What
shit!
happened? What
You are
happened?
the Messiah!
Do it again. I didn't see it. What happened? What? Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a speedrun for anything, honestly.
I mean,
I was looking around on speedrun.com. There's speedrun categories for Apex.
what? For what? For
For like for death, like,
death?
how fast can you die? And it's basically like just nose down off of the drop ship and fall off the edge. It's like
No,
13 minutes.
I thought you could do
It's like
harvester beam. No, harvester beam would only knock you out. Damn.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Um yeah, like this dude died on Olympus in 13 seconds.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Shit. I can do that easy, bro. Just
Insane.
get me to Elysium and then I fucking fail and then fall off into the nether.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
That'd be a crazy glitch. I
what
mean, like,
what game I don't I've like speed run one game in my life, but I
yeah.
wasn't dedicated enough to speed run. I can't even remember what the fuck. I think it was Shovel Knight that I tried to speed run.
Mm,
And I was like,
yeah.
I got the groove of it, and I gave up halfway because I was just like, I'm going fast, but like at what cost? I feel
Yeah,
like
they're yeah.
speedrunners are a different breed where they're like super dedicated to one game. They'll play over and over again. And that's a literal definition of insanity.
Oh yeah. Like I've been hold on, let me go on my YouTube real quick.
At
I
least
can
Minecraft
show
is different
you.
every single time, so you can kind of get a little variety in your
Yeah.
life. But like, holy shit, games like Super Mario 64, dude, it's always the standard to go up the stairs like backwards running. You're just like,
Yeah.
and you know, fucking, I don't get
Like
it.
I have a hour and 23 minutes 3 weeks ago. I spent 30 minutes 2 weeks ago cuz I just kind of got like kind of stupid, logged off. I spent an hour another day About a week ago, I was on for like half an hour, and then just last night, I did like an hour and 40 some minutes of just trying. Like, and this isn't even the stuff I've live streamed. Like, I probably have hours upon hours of footage before I realize, like, oh yeah, shit, I have to like live stream this, or else it can't be verified.
Yeah.
Like, I've been trying to speedrun that game for so long. I'm just not I'm not good yet. It takes hundreds of hours to start, like, getting runs, all that stuff.
What game would you think would not would you think that it doesn't have a speedrun, but it probably does? Because
Um,
I feel like there are games out there that are like so like they're even if they're like the most obscure, people will still speedrun it, and it's insane. And like I can't think of
Space Station.
Space Station. There is Space Station speedruns.
Oh yeah, like SMD lamb percent, or like running into the SM%,
Yeah,
or like
or like
spacing
fucking
yourself,
toxins
or
percent, like
yeah.
literally any percent for like
Oh my
shuttles.
god.
It's there's a speedrun for that because there's so many goals in the game you can just achieve, and you can
Yeah,
split it.
breaking into the fucking captain's, like, the fucking bridge, and calling the shuttle speed run, no deaths, no recalls percent.
There is one that's like related to that. It was the Captain's Spare key card. So it was in a
Oh,
different code base, and the guy he guessed the wire cutter like correctly the first try.
oh,
Then he
nice.
ran in, did several of the doors. There was a mechanic in a different code base that's not in ours, like B station, where you
Mhm.
can lay down and crawl under the table instead of going over it to save time.
Ooh,
But yeah, I
damn.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
I saw a video on that. Do you know what's insane? Actually, speaking of like insane
yeah,
speedruns,
yeah.
like VR speedruns.
Oh, oh
I feel
no.
so physically exhausted watching people
Oh my
try to like
god.
speedrun through like Half-Life Alex or fucking
Oh my god.
like Boneworks or something.
Yeah.
And I get nauseous because they do like these like weird things where they like glitch through, jump through, and then they have to physically jump or fucking whatever the fuck turn around.
Oh my god. You gotta have, like, a big space. Like,
Yeah, the
that's
requirements is
also
physical.
something, like, a lot of speedrun categories are niche. That honestly must be niche just because of the expense of the hardware, you
Yeah,
know?
you need a good VR headset. You can't just get a cheap one and try to do a speed
Yeah.
run. You got to get like everything good tracking down so you can have it accurate.
Plus the fact you need, like, a large space, you know?
Yeah, because you
To
don't
do
want to
that.
like compensate for moving around because
Yeah.
I know move speeds in VR are slower and like intentionally.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's keep it in the
VR.
video game topic.
Yeah, VR you know what speedrunning I cannot get?
Mm.
RPG speedruns. They can't be glitched,
Yeah.
and you have to play the full game through, the story and everything. And you have to be
Mhm.
meticulous with the stats so you can get like perfect
Oh,
RNG
yeah.
with like beating a
Yeah.
boss and the specific like numbers you can get from a
Yeah.
damage. Like it's so wild.
You think there are cyberpunk speedruns yet?
Yes, there is.
Oh my god.
Already,
Yeah.
yeah, and some glitchless, some glitched, and the glitched ones are the most entertaining because I remember I don't know if I told you there's a glitch where you can there's a 45-degree angle like embankment anywhere on the map that's like an
Yeah.
angle. You can actually run and then like jump yourself on it and then bank off of it and then zip like launch yourself like several blocks down the city just because you just landed on an angle really weirdly like a ramp.
Yeah.
There was another one where you use a car and you can like literally launch yourself also. There's a bunch of like glitches where you can launch
Crazy
yourself.
glitch. Do you think that cyberpunk is going to pull off, like, do you think CDPR is going to pull off the No Man's Sky revival?
Yeah,
Do you think? Like,
I feel like they will. It's just there's a lot to ride on because the thing is, No Man's Sky um made up for a lot of the stuff they promised and more. So the
yeah,
thing
like,
was for CDPR Cyberpunk, there was a lot of cut content that were
yeah,
very obvious and a lot of promised stuff. And they have to make up for that first if they want to do anything that's like an and more kind of thing with the DLC.
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, you know they had a functioning subway system in the game, but they had to cut it off early, and so now it's just an
God.
empty placeholder.
Yeah. that's crazy. That's just like sad. It's
Yeah,
how much cut content goes out of games. Like,
because the management and CD Projekt, the upper management, the publishers were demanding them to release it early, and they were just like,
yeah,
"Fuck."
I fucking that's what I. They could have probably delayed the game more. Sure, you would have had those like gamers that would have got like, I took a week off, paid leave to do this. Like, go the fuck outside then. Like, I mean, you can't really go
You
outside
can't.
with COVID. Play another game. Pick up a hobby during that time. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, you took paid time off. Just enjoy the time off.
Yeah, I have a friend who's not much
Come
of a
on.
gamer who got Cyberpunk. It was like the one few games he would get like
Yeah,
after years of not probably playing any other game other than like fucking Hearts of Iron and like Crusader Kings. He's like that
yeah.
map dude. Um and he didn't like I tell him about the glitches in my gameplay because I just like get frustrated at it, and he was like, I don't really care. I mean, like, I just play the game for how it is. I'm just like,
Yeah.
man, I respect that mindset, but I cannot get it. And sometimes it kind of frustrates me that I can't assume that, because he's like doing a loud guns, like gung ho kind of run where he's like shooting everything
Oh,
and following the story. He's not doing any side missions. He's just doing the main story. And for me,
yeah,
I'm doing like a careful stealth build with the hacking and stuff. And some of the fights
yeah.
can't even be stealth because they just detect you from like across the fucking block. It's stupid. And the thing is, he texted me the other day that he finished the game, and literally he almost teared up from the ending. And I was like, oh fuck, it was that good. I mean, I don't dish CDPR on story writing. They're probably fantastic story writers, given the Witcher like series and whatnot. But I can't relate to him on the fact of an emotional level because I just cannot get attached to the game based on the gameplay and the mechanics.
Yeah.
It's so broken. I just get not immersed.
Here's another one. Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know if you were a big like Elder Scrolls person. Like,
Yeah,
I am. I am. I got Skyrim on release when I was like fucking 12 years old and played the shit out
yeah.
of
I
that
played
game. I love
a
Skyrim.
little bit of Oblivion. I played a
And
lot of Skyrim.
I have been I just want them to release some information about Elder Scrolls 6 cuz I am dreading the day I learn it's going to be like Fallout 76 where
No,
it's going to be like online. It probably won't be cuz they have Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online, fucking ESO or EDO,
Like,
whatever.
yeah, ESO.
ESO.
I I just don't know. Like, I used to have hype. I still kind of do, but I've learned to keep my hype down for things.
I think the reason why they're not saying anything is because they don't want to. One, they don't want to pull a Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Two, they don't want to pull a Fallout 76 again. So they're kind of like on the low with all this, taking their time, because Rockstar's thing is that they take their time and just release Red Dead Redemption out of the wazoo,
yeah,
and it was a fantastic fucking game. It's super immersive one. I think
yeah.
that's what
RDR2 was great.
Bethesda is doing, that where they just like keep silent for like a few years, and then out of nowhere they're like, "Hey guys, here's the game," and they're like, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "What the fuck? This is amazing," or something like that.
They tease that it exists. I think they're waiting until, what was it, Starfield is the game?
Oh my god, I forgot about Starfield. What
Yeah,
the hell is
everyone,
that?
no one knows. Like,
See,
they're releasing Elder Scrolls 6 after Starfield, which is worrying me because no one knows what the hell Starfield is.
bro, I
Like,
I think it's like my speculation is it's like the Outer Worlds game.
yeah, yeah.
I feel
I'm gonna
like it's
say
gonna be
that.
like that, where it's gonna be sci-fi. Um, I don't know how how RPG it's gonna be though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And like with
I
the Bethesda, knowing them and how they make their games, I don't know if there's gonna be drivable vehicles in the game.
I want Elder Scrolls 6 to sort of be a mix and match of Skyrim and Oblivion. Skyrim in terms of like the world detail, but Oblivion in terms of like the character, your character.
The story, I
Oh,
love Oblivion's
yeah.
story compared to Skyrim. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't finished the Skyrim main story. I know what
I
happens though. That's the
I
thing.
also want it to be like Arena and Daggerfall, where you have the entirety of Tamriel to explore.
Oh, that's a lot to ask. Already ESO like has Tamriel as
Yeah,
their full like thing, but released in expansions.
Yeah, it's releasing expansions, but we have the technology. Like they were doing this shit back in like what the 90s, early
That's
2000s,
because there's not a
having this
lot to put
giant map.
down. Yeah, there's not a lot
Yeah,
to put down in the map though. That's the thing.
but even then, like now, we have the technology to have these giant maps, and we understand like how to optimize these games.
Do you think
Like,
Bethesda hired the mod makers that made like Hammerfell or like
oh
elsewhere
yeah,
like mods for Skyrim?
probably.
I feel like they
Like,
do. They did an exceptionally good job with that
yeah.
mod.
If they want a, if they want to make a good move in terms of PR, then they would hire modders.
Yeah, it would be a
Like,
crime to not do it without them because they
yeah.
probably know more about the lore too, about the game
Oh yeah.
than probably some people in Bethesda. I don't even know
Yeah,
if
like
Todd Howard knows the full lore of Skyrim.
I like lore.
Or not
I like
Skyrim, Elder Scrolls.
I won't memorize all the lore, but I like deep world building. I like lore, all that kind of shit.
You
I
just know there's
also
more out there. More out there.
one of my things on my Elder Scrolls 6 wish list is please more like unique, wacky artifacts like that you have to find because like I honestly find it so interesting to find like these unique artifacts and like armor pieces and
And they have a book to it that
weapons,
has
yeah,
lore. Yeah.
and like even just items like um make display cases for your house that you can buy and like put in there and you can just like put items in there and like display them and you can go back and like yeah, that's this thing. And
I
like, oh
still
yeah, I
know
remember that.
about that the bards sing about this. It was like Ragnar the Red or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I know that dude's name just alone because of the fact that they sing it, and I just know it's part
yeah.
of the lore. Crazy. And Lushy Argonian Maid. That's a
Yeah, the
meme.
lofty Argonian maid.
That's such
Jesus.
a meme.
Yeah.
There's so many books in Skyrim that you could literally sit down. There was a video of a dude that literally sat down and read all the books in Skyrim because he just
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah. Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he's cool. He like does a lot of wacky stuff. He's cool.
Yeah, I like those kind of games where you can actually
Yeah.
like I'm gonna read a chapter book. Why do I need to buy one when I can just sit down in a game and read them?
Yeah. I really hope that Bethesda doesn't screw over Elder Scrolls 6 and actually gives them the time to build that world
Oh yeah, I
and
hope
build the
Bethesda
story.
pays extra for the people that write the fucking
Yeah,
books in game,
yeah.
even if some people don't read it.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's about that time, Will. It's about that
yeah,
hour mark. We've talked about a lot of things, covered a
yeah,
lot of topics that are very, very entertaining.
yeah.
Hopefully we will do more of these episodes with 2 blocks down,
Indeed.
with
Yeah,
more guests too. Probably like I'll probably bring Kayla next time
yeah.
to the
Bring
podcast.
bring her along. We can probably get some people from the big group.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, hopefully 2021 will be more I guess better than 2020.
We can only hope.
Yeah. Well,
Can
until
only
next
hope.
time.
Yeah. Till next time.
Until next time on 2 blocks down. We'll see you
Yeah.
on the next block down.
Yep.
Ah, I came up on the spot. I like that one.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
No, it's the
Indeed.
Sasquatch! Ni hao!